What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts as we jump into a brand new one. This one landed overnight. It comes to us from an artist we haven't reviewed on the channel before who goes by the name Lalid, alongside the name that you're going to be very familiar with here on the channel, I'm sure. Black Sherif. He's back in business once again. This one goes by the name Ogya, produced by Trino. Very excited to get into it, as always, when we see a new Black Sherif feature, but also excited to explore a new artist in Lalid. So yeah, very excited. This one's been recommended by a few people on the channel as well. I've been told there may be a bit of a language barrier, so we'll work through it and bring you our general sort of level of breakdown. As this is a new artist, I want to explain that. We tend to focus a lot on the production, on the sort of technical side of things, so there will be a lot of pauses, there will be a lot of kind of conversation and talking. I'll leave a link to the original in the description down below, though, in case you want to hear it without me talking over it, essentially. So, without further ado, let's jump into this one. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump into the sounds of this one. Nice plucks. So produced by Trino. Let's go. Bro, this guy's too cold. Whenever you hear those big kind of booming tones from Sherif, bro, like he has this way, and especially on sort of hooks like this, he has this way of just kind of filling a vocal recording. He has this sort of natural voice which has this voice that has this such a kind of naturally melodic kind of texture to it. It goes up and down. It has this kind of natural wave of melodic maneuvering. It's so cool, especially when you get one of these big sort of booming drilly instrumentals underneath. The bass line is huge underneath. You've got those sort of plucked string lines going throughout the middle as well, and his vocal just rings through the middle of it. Crazy introduction on this one. So epic, man.
Streets, me catcher, me dream some near deep, me papa wedge and a catcher, best in my mommy the whip, moving me so calling me pay you keep on disturbing my sleep, now I'm cramming, I'm dang, I am not pay where I've been kind of saying, you want to a prison very soon,
Again, there is going to be a little bit of a language barrier on this one, but I'm here not necessarily to assess lyricism, because we very rarely dive into lyricism in particular, because I believe you can interpret lyricism in your own ways. However, rhythmically, this guy is cold. Again, really nice use of kind of flows on this one, really kind of finding the pockets on the instrumental and swinging around with them, just giving it this very energetic performance level. Again, loving the kind of overdubs we're getting on the vocals, giving it that kind of devilish kind of texture. When you've got the kind of higher pitch vocal and the lower pitch vocal kind of either side of it, it gives it this very kind of raucous feel. And then, of course, on top of that as well, you just hear this very sort of energetic approach right from the jump. I'm loving the kind of switch-ups we're getting in instrumental as well. Big, booming bass 808 stabs down below. Again, that sort of very typical kind of drill-style portamento slide on the bass, kind of doing that sort of thing, which works really nicely. Yeah, this sounds wicked, man. Again, first time listening to Lalid. Excited to see where we go.
Always the weight on my salary. I ain't be broke in a minute. Why you won't go to my gallery? In there, me there, your girlfriend be chilling. Gonna be f***ed up economy. Situation around here be killing. Missing me blow, make them wait. Yesterday, late boy is kidding.
Wicked verse, man. Again, apologies for the kind of lacking sort of lyrical breakdowns that I can bring on this one. Again, whenever we kind of move into new artists, I do need to make people aware of that. It's not intentional. I'm not breaking down stuff on purpose. I'm just unfortunately very singularly lingual in what I'm able to interpret. But yeah, wicked verse. Again, you can hear a lot of energy in the performance. Quite an emotional performance again from a sort of rap perspective, and it sounds great. Again, that natural melody we're hearing in Lalid's voice, really cool. The way he's kind of climbing up and down the scales. He's just giving a full kind of he's not holding back, you know. He's shelling across the sort of vocal performances. I had a little look around at some other previous bits he's done. Still a relative up and comer from what I can see. Like, he's got quite an established fan base, but he hasn't kind of taken off properly yet. Maybe this is the thing that allows him to do that. But this sounds wicked, man. Again, it's a good collaboration. Their vocals sound really solid next to each other, and just kind of structurally, it really works. Really nice use of reverb on this as well. Gotta say, shouts out to Trino on the production situation on this one. Really well produced, man. Again, the vocal layers we're kind of getting in just fit so nicely, and we're hearing that sort of intense reverb going on underneath the lead vocals. It sounds super clean, man. Again, I'm really liking, more than anything, I'm really liking Black Sherif's chorus block on this. Again, we've heard it a couple of times now. The way it's reverbed is great. The 808s down below are great. The sort of plucked string lines running through the middle give it a sense of kind of eeriness as well, which always works on these type of rap instrumentals. I think overall it's just a very well put together collaboration. The production works. Both of the artists vocaling sound very solid over the instrumental. It's just well thought out as much as anything else.
Finessing with the gang, guy getting more sense. Or baby, anyone pay attention. More we see come them. That's spicy can you fam or rent house can we didn't want me yem. 44 years now my compassion. Miss Carmen, no dear my friend. Or brody in this year to you made the nakwe draw so me call Jimmy Gold. I don't come here no quas me nim ho do since I brought to be bold.
You hear in the pockets, bro.
Yeah,
I won't lie. First time listening to Lalid, I am impressed. On a actual vocal level, again, his breath control is sounding fantastic. Obviously, in a studio setting, you can go in and just record lines again if you're not happy with the delivery. But the way it comes across and the way it sounds, it very much gives the impression that this is almost like a sort of one-take scenario, which works really nicely. I am loving, more than anything else, the fact that he's got this super level of energy, which translates into the melodies his vocals are bringing. It translates into, again, the intensity of his kind of work over the instrumental down below. This has been a very enjoyable journey so far for Lalid, and first time actually listening to him as well, which I'm very much enjoying.
You pull up, it's on fam. We outside boy, this triple card them. Baby to back and I'm
This is demonic, it's cold. Again, something I quite like about this is how stripped back it actually is as an original recording. Like, it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like there's too much going on at any one moment. It definitely feels like the whole tune comes together very naturally. It feels like this is something they've gone in, recorded, not kind of over-embellished or tried to make it cleverer than it is. It's just a very well put together rap tune. And again, really enjoyed Lalid's performance. I love the fact that he has this super kind of skippy nature. It reminds me almost of kind of early grime tunes to an extent. That's my kind of background growing up anyway. And you just hear that kind of intensity. You hear someone just actually shelling, like literally just rapping with no holds barred, like not worrying about necessarily how this would translate in different scenarios. He's just going, no, this is how I'm going to rap and I'm going to run with it. Really cool to hear that. There we go. We'll let this one roll through to the outro. Loving these strings as well. And there we go, the sounds of Ogya. This one coming to us from Lalid, featuring Black Sherif on the hook, who does a fantastic job, I've got to say. But I am so impressed with Lalid, man. First time listening to him here on the channel. It's been requested by a couple of people. It's been suggested, and of course I saw it on my Twitter feed earlier on today. A lot of people are talking about this one. Could be one of those ones that does the very quick blow up, and it would be good to see that for Lalid again. He definitely sounds like someone who has a good future ahead of him. The intensity of his vocal is really cool. I like hearing rappers that can rap more than anything else. Like, again, we are moderately limited on what we can translate and what we can kind of break down lyrically, but in regards to flow patterns, for me, the most important thing as a rapper is sounding like you're comfortable, like sounding like sounding like you're supposed to be there, and that's definitely something that he's able to embrace and really push on at this, and I'm sure there's a solid level of lyricism going on that I'm unable to translate at the moment as well. But yeah, really cool back and forth, fantastic production as well from Trino, loving the kind of slow strings rolling in towards the end of the tune there, and overall, very very much enjoyed this one. Big up everyone involved. As always, friends, if you have enjoyed this video as well, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon. Hopefully you have enjoyed this one and you'll stick with us as we hurtle towards 37,000 subscribers. Big up each and every one of you for getting involved, and we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic afternoon and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.